Welcome everybody. We are getting ready to get started. We have Exeter Lanes visiting Lafayette Lanes. Should be a great matchup tonight. We got two subs for Exeter. We got Mark Weber, who comes into the chat all the time. You guys might recognize that name, against John Lescarbeau. Mark Weber's always telling C- to throw it like a man. Let's see if he does the thing. He does that tonight. I'm sure he will, though. Mark Weber starting strong. Solid pickup for Team Exeter and Mark. Yeah, I'm actually kind of disappointed in his pant choice tonight. I'll make sure to talk to him about that. I mean, he had the Grateful Dead ones the other day, the Christmas pants. He should have had something good. All right, 9-8. Someone needs to go down there and knock that pin down a little bit. That is too far out, obviously. The sweep isn't going to catch it. JT. There he comes. Run, JT, run. Look at that speed he's got. Woo. Wow. Wow. You're no Petey Pete, but I appreciate the run.
I'm not about no Petey.
Mark Weber off the headband. Oh, beautiful ball from Lescarbeau. Left with a big split. I certainly like Mark's better. What game is this? Well, this is game one, if that's what you mean. But it is also Candlepin bowling, the best kind of bowling there is. John Lescarbeau. Trying to cap that piece of wood. I like where that piece of wood is. I think it should go. There it is. Oh, the wood totally messed with them there. Because there is no reason for that not to go. Happy New Year, Vin Man. Always good seeing you. Again, we have more people in the chat than likes. We got to do something about that, everybody. We got Kai Hunt up on the right and Matt Lawless on the left. Kai off the headbin there. So this isn't a Canadian bowling alley. I know you see the Canadian flag there. We're actually at Riverwalk Lanes in Amesbury, Massachusetts. But this is a very New England and Canadian sport. So on the other side of the lanes, there's an American flag. Mikey DiGianni, what is going on, buddy? Good seeing you. Yeah, keep those likes coming in. Okay, we're at 1,000 now. It's a good start. Oh, maybe if we had a bigger ball. You're right. Then what? What would happen then, Bob? We would knock more pins down? You're probably right. So they get 3 throws, Azazel. First ball is still a strike. Second ball is still a spare. Just like in 10-pin, your third ball is the only difference in scoring. And that is total pinfall only. I know. I wish I could have. 5 strikes in one game. I would have liked to have seen that. There's 10 pins, the same configuration as 10 pin. What's going on, Louisiana and Brian? Good seeing you both. Mark Weber sharing the live. Lescarbeau sharing the live. John, they're upset with you. The pants, yeah. They want to know where the fancy pants are tonight. It was the first comment I got.
Well, that's good, I guess. Yeah, I probably should have, but I wasn't feeling it tonight.
That's okay. I'd like to hear it, Allie. Thank you. These guys are actually really, really good. This is the Pro League. It's the most competitive league that there is in Candlepin. The reason you do that, Blake, is we always throw a hard ball. And if you were to all of a sudden change your ball from, say, 35 miles an hour to 15, can you imagine how much off you would be? It's just about muscle memory and being able to throw it in the same position every single time. Yeah, I heard you the first time, HBK. It just wasn't funny before. Since we're in Massachusetts, you know? Bob, this is called Candlepin bowling, and it is the best kind of bowling there is. Yeah, any questions you have, feel free to ask. More than happy to answer. Good 9-pin drop there from Jeff Surrette. So you got Jeff Surrette up on the right, by the way. Justin Lyonnais up on the left. JT bowls with me on Tuesday nights during the summer. Happy New Year, JD. I like duckpin. Duckpin's fine, but nothing beats candlepin. Using that wood just makes it so much more fun. Every spare is different, every 10 is different. So the ball can weigh anywhere from 2 pounds 4 ounces to 2 pounds 7 ounces. But most people who have their own are going to throw either 2 6s or 2 7s. Strikes are very rare. You might see 1 to 2 per game from each guy at the most. On this level, you might see 1 to 2. Your average bowler is not going to throw a strike every game. A good averaging candlepin is 100. If you can average 100, you'll be one of the best bowlers in your league. If you can average a 115, you can bowl with these guys. And if you can bowl 135, you'll be the best in the game. What's going on, Amy? Happy Friday to you, too. Thank you, thank you. Did they put any spin on it? No, it's more straight shots. It's not because you can throw super hard. You want to put speed on your ball. Because you're not getting that big 16-pound ball that's going to give you the pin action. Instead, you're going to get the pin action from a faster ball. Hurrah! What is going on? Good to see you. This is not low-budget bowling, buddy. But thank you. Thank you for the interaction. Don't forget, on your third ball, it is not a spare. Your third ball, it is just a 10. Chris Kaz all over that head pin, but no action there. What league is this? This is the Friday Night Candlepin Pro League. Friday night thin pins, Friday night candlepin stick pins. What else is there to do on a Friday night besides come down here and watch some tremendous candlepin bowling? So anyway, you got Sean Landry up on the left. You got Chris Boisvert up on the right. I'm picturing back-to-back strikes to start it out here. So there's 10 frames, the exact same as 10 pin bowling. Maybe not. What qualifies one as a pro? Usually it's your average. If you can average a 115 plus, you can bowl with all the pros. Believe it or not, your shoulder generally doesn't hurt from doing this. I know JT will tell me otherwise, but yeah, we are a little north of Boston. We're on the New Hampshire border here in Riverwalk Lanes. No Zempic pins. I'm waiting to hear you say that one, Lee. What are the scores right now? Well, so there's no electronic scoring here, unfortunately. They keep it very old school in this one house. A lot of other houses have electronic scoring, automatic scoring. This place is still pencil and paper, believe it or not. So I don't have an exact score for you right now. It is, not only is this East Coast, this is New England only. New England and Atlantic Canada only. Is it easy to be consistently good? It is definitely, you can definitely get consistently good. It just takes a lot of practice. Oh, thank you for the chili pepper stretch. Yeah. Oh, what a shot there from Sean Landry. I just drove by Devon's the other day. Yes, you do get 3 shots per frame. First ball is still a strike, second ball is still a spare. Your third ball is the only difference in scoring, and that is just total pinfall only. You too, Rich. Good seeing you. Yeah, very good pin action. That's what happens if you throw a good ball. The balls go anywhere from 2 pounds 4 ounces to 2 pounds 7 ounces. Hey, thank you for sharing the live so many times. I really appreciate that. I don't know how to pronounce your name, so I'm just gonna thank you for sharing the live. 32 shares right now going on, guys. So thank you, thank you. You guys are being amazing right now with that. John Lescarbeau, nice 7-pin drop. Love hearing it, Fletch. Nice. Yeah, I've always stayed on the North Shore. I stayed up on the New Hampshire border. I always like it so much better up here. Human pin setters. I haven't seen that in a long time. My grandfather used to do that actually at this bowling alley back when he was a kid. Salem, New Hampshire. Yeah, unfortunately that place closed now. Yeah, I saw that. You bowled great on Wednesday. Way better than I did. I think you even beat Max. 57 shares. Wow. That is crazy. You guys are doing... I get the best fans on all of TikTok, I swear. I know I do. John Lescarbeau leaving the 1, 8, 9, 10. That is a crazy leave right there. Thank you guys for the follows too. Appreciate that. You gotta hit that head pin. What town is this? This is Riverwalk Lanes in Amesbury, Massachusetts. I got the best mods. Are you kidding me? Of course, when they say they're going to show up, they never do actually show up. But, you know, in real life. Yes, your ball has to be within that. Your ball cannot weigh more than 2 pounds 7 ounces. So one of the rules is it has to weigh less than the pins, and the pins weigh 2 pounds 8 ounces. So your ball cannot weigh more than 2.7. Mark Ritchie, who owns Riverwalk Lane, said he one time built a 4-pound ball, and it was ridiculous, he said. So it sort of predates 10-pin bowling, but not. It depends on how you look at it. Modern 10-pin bowling became a sport in the 1890s, and candlepin bowling was invented in the 1880s, but 10-pin bowling was really 9-pin bowling before that, and that's been around for a long, long time. So depending on which way you look at it, it could go older, younger. It's all still really old, either way you look at it. 06 GMC, what's going on? Good to see you. Wow, what a shot there for Kai. Speed matters a lot more than revolutions, yes. Speed is the second most important thing. Accuracy is the most important thing. Speed is number 2. 10-pin bowling ball would break the pin setter in the back, so you're not allowed to do that. Yeah, around the same time frame, really, for modern 10-pin bowling. Like I said, they were doing stuff beforehand, and Candlepin went through a bunch of different changes, but pretty much all around the late 1800s. It just never really got outside of the northern New England area. Oh, good ball from JT. Oh, that's coming back. Nope. No, it's not. That pin's not moving. You can throw it slow, absolutely. But you're not going to get the pin action that you normally would. If you watch, especially like my Sunday League, when I record that, there's a lot of bowlers there who throw it really slow. And you'll just see them not doing as well as if they threw it faster. Oh, yeah. Speed velocity has definitely been measured. Some people will carry around like speed guns. I've seen Bob Lee do that. And some places actually measure it on the lanes themselves. So like the place with the automatic pin setters will actually tell you what your speed is. I think the main reason why I never left New England is gatekeeping. New Englanders don't like to share their good stuff. And I really think that was the case. I think if more people tried this, they would love Candlepin bowling. Yes, there's certainly many more modern Candlepin alleys. If you follow me and you watch my Tuesday League, that place has automatic scoring. It has, electronic scoring, everything. I would love to. Is it in Vegas now? Because I would like to see that, but I haven't seen it yet. Connor, this is Candlepin bowling, and it is the best kind of bowling there is. It is. The scoring is very similar to duckpin, but obviously the pins are different, the ball is different, and we get to leave the wood on the lanes to make our spares and our tens, unlike duckpin. Oh, that's awesome. Harbor Lane's just reopened, right? And they really updated everything. I've heard it looks nice there. Yes, that is 100% true, Glock, yes. That's why I'm saying I think it was just gatekeeping. I really think that was the reason. No oil on the lanes. Nope. You can run out on the lanes if you have to. Yeah, I haven't been out to Harbor Lanes yet, but my buddy Jeff Little bowls there a lot. Oh my God, it's John. John's in the chat. What is going on? Oh, there he is right there. Look at that. Speak of the devil and he shows up. You'll see a couple people throw a little bit of a curve on the ball, but generally it's frowned upon. Generally you want to throw a hard, straight ball. I don't bowl in this. I'm not good enough to bowl with the pros. I'm good enough to sub in once in a great while, but I'm not a starter, if that makes sense. Yes, that was really rough. I kind of didn't want to talk about it. They are throwing the ball. I mean, they're rolling the ball, but ouch! Chris Kaz right through the middle there. No, what's your average up to now, Jeff? Because it was like a 112 or something before, right? This isn't in Canada. I know you see the Canadian flag, but this is actually Riverwalk Lanes in Amesbury, Massachusetts. What ball do they throw? They throw a Candlepin ball. Tyga, 115. Jesus, Jeff. Nice going. Yeah, I'm down about 10 pins below you now. We used to be on the same level. They don't play this in Chicago. There's no Candlepin bowling in Chicago. Yeah, I know. I wish you could see the scores too, but unfortunately, there's no electronic scoring here. I can tell you through 2, it was 90 to 94. Yep, you leave the wood out there to make your spares and your tens. Devin, this is called Candlepin bowling, and it is the best kind of bowling there is. Oh, nice shot. So a lot of grease can get on the ball, and a lot of just nastiness can get on the ball from being through the machines in the back. There's no foul buzzer here. Some places do, but this place just doesn't happen to have one. Like, I generally don't wipe my balls down when I'm bowling, but then I just recently washed them, and there was so much dirt and grime all over it. It doesn't surprise me if you've never seen this. This is a very regional form of bowling that you're only going to pretty much find here in northern New England. No, on your third ball, it is just a 10 if you can knock them all down. So with a spare, you get 1 bonus ball at your next frame. With a 10, it's just a 10, and that's it. Clearly no oil on the lanes. No Candlepin in Texas. I'm sorry, Johnny. Happy New Year, Shane. Always good to see you. I know, it's really cold. It was actually nice out over the weekend. Oh, nice. Nicole, you went to, I assume, Academy over in Haverhill, my home alley. There's never been a 300 in the history of the game, John, believe it or not. Believe it or not, pins usually last about 10 to 15 years. So they can take a lot of abuse up there. It is much harder to score than 10-pin bowling. It's easier to throw the ball, but it's harder to score. You're talking your average, throw candlepin bowler only averages about a 115. So I always tell people, if you go to Academy, make sure you tell them that I, inspired you to go. That way they give me some free stuff. There's no oil on the lanes. Nope, it is just a straight wooden lane. So if you can average about a 115, you can bowl with these guys. Yep, because there's no oil on the lanes. You can just walk right down there. It's a good strike. Why is it called Candlepin? Because the pins look like candles, would be my guess. Bowling over Christmas when I was up. Yeah, if you don't do this that often, it can be very, very difficult to score. It is definitely harder than people think, yes. Like you watch these guys and they make it look easy, and it is not easy at all. Hopefully, Brian, you can make it back out here sometime, and next time you're visiting family, if they're still back here. Why 3 shots? Because it's hard. Your third shot is just total pinfall, so it's just to help your score. But we need it to help our egos. It is not like skee ball, but I think there's only duck pin in Las Vegas, but nope. You just like in 10 pin, if you get a strike, what a shot! You get 2 balls at your next frame added in, just like in 10 pin. Well, in skee ball, it's a wooden ball. It's much lighter, and you're trying to aim it into a random hole, so it's a little different. Yeah, there's duck pin around. Duck pin is definitely the number 2 form of bowling around the country. But here in New England, this is the number 1 form of bowling. A good score generally is 100. If you can average 100, you'll be one of the best bowlers in your league. If you can average a 115 to a 120, you can bowl with these guys. And like a 135, you'd be the best bowler in the game. What is duck pin? Duck pin is looks like 10 pins, but much shorter, and you use a slightly bigger ball than a candlepin ball. We are at Riverwalk Lanes in Amesbury, Massachusetts. Amesbury is the best small town in the entire state. Possibly the whole country, but I know in this state at least it is the best. Now Lawless taking out the back 2 without hitting the head pin. Yep, Haverhill is right down the road. Oh, definitely biased. Yep, I agree. Max finished much better than me. He finished on the first page. I was on the second page of standings. I finished about 10th to last, and he finished, I think, in like 20th place. Lake Gardner's right up the road. Black Swan sending the heart me. Thank you, thank you. You get 3 throws per frame. Your first ball is still a strike if you get them all down. Your second ball is still a spare if you get them down. Same as in 10 pin. Your third ball is just total pinfall only. Yes, it is definitely fast pitch bowling. You're talking, these guys throw like 35 miles an hour, 40 miles an hour. Ooh, he almost just destroyed his balls right there. The ball is slightly smaller than duck pin balls, and the pins are vastly different. And we leave the wood on the lanes, unlike duck pin. Oh, I love it, Dr. Camp. Yes, that's what I love to hear. I love to hear it. Yeah, that's what I thought it was, duck pin. I'm sorry. An hour and a half away is relatively close, Bert. It really is. I got to get out to Vegas again. My mother lives out there, not in Vegas. She lives outside of Vegas. And I'm thinking in March I'll be heading up there. Hi, John. Always good seeing you. Happy to see you again. Happy New Year. One of my mods right there. Went missing for a few months, but we're happy to have him back. All right, Jeff Surrette up on the right. Crushing the head pin. Come on, one more for him. I mean, some days, Bert, you get bad luck with how the machines work in the back. I don't know a lot about Ryan's. The only Ryan's I've been to is the one in Millis, and that place was fantastic for bowling. Do all bowling alleys do this? In this area, this is the most let me try that again. This is the most common form of bowling. Nice. The team in purple is the Exeter team, the Exeter Pro team. So you might have actually seen some of these guys. Do they have Candlepin in Millis? Yes. That's at one of the Ryan's families in Millis. Used to play in Leominster as Masons. It is closed now. We were just talking about Jeff, and Jeff used to work at that place. I think he was a manager. We basically just stick to Candlepin around here. There's not too many 10-pin places. There is actually one in this town also, but it's very casual and it's only on strings, so people don't really take it too seriously over there. This is the real bowling right here, Sir Queso. Oh, Metro Bowl. Metro Bowl is fun. I do the Super Bowl tournament there usually. I did not say 20 pin. I don't know what I said, but I definitely didn't say 20 pin. Oh, there you go. Dave Barber using that wood to make the spare. Whoa. Generally, we just call this bowling, but it is called Candlepin bowling. And the form of bowling that you're used to is called 10-pin bowling. Metro Bowl is in Peabody, Mass. This is called Candlepin bowling, and it is the best kind of bowling there is. Is this glorified softball pitching? No. No? What is this sport? Bryson, this is called Candlepin bowling, and it is the best kind of bowling there is. They do throw it hard. That's what makes it so much fun. You get to throw the ball 35, 40 miles an hour. Get your aggression out. It's just the best. Highest score you can get is a 300. If you throw 12 strikes, it is still 300. It has never happened in the history of Candlepin bowling. We've been around for 145 years, and no one has ever done it. Chris Boisvert up on the right, Sean Landry on the left. It is significantly harder to score than 10-pin bowling, but it is a lot more fun. Highest game ever, 245. It's actually happened twice. Ralph Sem was the first one to do it back in the 80s, and Chris Sargent was the most recent one in 2011. No one's ever gotten a 300. Nope. That's how hard strikes are to get in this game. Lanes are the exact same length as a 10-pin lane. They're both 60 feet long. Practice, practice, practice is how you become good. Bowl with bowlers who are better than you. That's what I always tell people. If you can bowl with better bowlers than you, you become a better bowler. Thank you, Lee. It is a very regional sport, yes. It is pretty much only found in northern New England and Atlantic Canada. No oil on the lanes, Rob.
Born 1795.
No oil on the lanes.
The guy in the back on the right is
How much does the ball weigh? So your ball can weigh anywhere from 2 pounds 4 ounces to 2 pounds 7 ounces. Most people who have their own will use either 2 6s or 2 7s. The really lighter ones are for basically the glow bowling balls, and just in case your ball has a chip in it, it can weigh a little bit less. I would never suggest that anybody drinks while bowling. You can have some lemonades, though. There is nothing in Florida. I'm sorry, Stacy. Yeah, believe it or not, it's not in Rhode Island. Connecticut and Rhode Island both don't have Candlepin. You have to go to Massachusetts, is as far south as it gets. What is the score? Through completed boxes, it is 328 to Matt Lawless, a little slower than Dave Barber on keeping the score. I'll give you that in a second. Hold on 1 second. 295. So Exeter is up by about 30 pins right now. Slow. I would just never suggest that someone would do that because my TikTok algorithm states that this is a family-friendly event, and I would never suggest that people drink. People want to know why they were walking around. So instead of the ball returns being down the middle, they're actually on the outside. So you have to swap all the balls when they're switching lanes. So Lafayette used to be on lane 5, and they went over to lane 6. They just have to move all their balls from one side to the other. Exactly. Lemonade they can drink. You can definitely drink some lemonades.
That's a way better than I have.
There's definitely some things down on the southern tier. I mean, I definitely get some lemonades while Tammy is there. Tammy does a great job at serving up drinks at the lemonade stand. This is Candlepin, yep. Definitely Massachusetts, yes. A little less than 3 pounds, but it is definitely not fake bowling. It is definitely real bowling. I mean, there's always Google, Caleb. You look up Candlepin bowling alleys near me, and you should be able to find some. So we generally don't do that with the 5-pin. That's a 10-pin thing. I heard about it, but I had never even heard of it before that. No such thing in Candlepin as throwing it too hard. You throw it as hard as you accurately can. There is the Massachusetts Bowling Association website, but that's just going to be for the Massachusetts. Other than, like I said, Google, that would be the best thing to look up. Yeah, they get 3 chances. 3 shots per frame. First ball is still a strike. 12 strikes is still a 300. Spares are the same with the second ball. Third ball, if you knock ball down, is just total pinfall. Yep, this is a men's pro Candlepin league here. He definitely throws it hard. No two-handers. No, you won't see a two-hander in Candlepin. Two-handed bowling is generally to get more revolutions on your ball, and we don't care about revolutions on our ball. You'll get less pin action if you throw it slower. You want the pins to bounce off the sidewalls and off the back curtain to get more pin action. There you go, Candlepin.org. Corey knows what he's talking about. Yeah, big ball will mess you up. That's why I don't do it. Scoring is very similar to 10-pin bowling. The only difference is that third throw that you get, and that is total pinfall only. The most someone has ever gotten is a 245. It's happened twice. Someone got 245. Throw harder. What do Candlepin bowlers eat? Is this a joke? I can't wait to hear it. Jordan was, of course, yeah. Again, if it's just for fun, you can do things like that while fun. It would be very hard to do a full windmill. The ball is heavier than a softball, so when you come around, it would be difficult to just hold on to it in a full windmill. But you could, I guess. Absolutely, Michael. I have a good time doing it. I have a good time. My favorite part of doing this is hanging out with you guys, the chat. I really, really enjoy hanging out with the chat. Even if we have to keep muting random people and blocking people, it is what it is. The good viewers vastly outweigh the trolls out there. I am not a part of this league, RJ, so I have filled in this league as a spare, but I'm not good enough to bowl with these guys. I think these are the pros. Oh, I wish this was an easier version. I really do. So these guys will average anywhere from a 115 or more. The balls, they weigh between 2 pounds 4 ounces and 2 pounds 7 ounces. The guys, you know, I'm not going to ask them that. I 100% wish Candlepin would grow in popularity. I don't know what junior bowling is, so I don't know if I can agree with that. We got to get you out here sometime, Trevor. It's good having you here. These are the pros, yes. This game is extremely difficult, and what you're seeing is the best of the best out there. It's always good to try it. Yeah, no, a lot of people, if you are not from around here, have never heard of it. No. Yeah, on this side of it, there's no Candlepin 10-pin grudge. On the 10-pin side of it, I'm constantly hearing fake sport, dumb sport, pickleball sport. Oh, there it is. So I feel like 10-pinners are kind of like nervous about it, but I'm not sure why there's so much hate for it. I just give up on it. Canadian ducks with the rubber bands. Nice. There actually is one Candlepin lane in Ohio, believe it or not. That was no good on that one. I would love to see you try it. A lot of people will start. Once you try it once, you're going to enjoy it. You really will. My highest triple was a 424 that I did down at Millis. Harder is generally better. Talon, this is called Candlepin bowling, and it is the best kind of bowling there is. Yep, 3 shots per frame. First ball is still a strike, second ball is still a spare. Same as in 10-pin. There's a strike right there. Third ball is just total pinfall only. What's going on, John? Good to see you. Oh, the plastic pins. I haven't done that in a long time. My kids are too old for that now. Yeah, I hit 400. It was the only time I've ever hit 400. That is a lot of people's toxic traits. So they throw the ball between, the average male pro bowler throws it between 30 and 35 miles an hour. You'll see some a little bit slower, some a little bit faster, but that's around the right speed. My holidays were great. A little stressful was Christmas because I had to host it for everybody. But New Year's was great, nice and quiet. Stayed home, watched the Twilight Zone. Enjoyed it. Still 10 frames, yep. 12 strikes, it's still 300. No one's ever done it though. Yeah, no. I'll wait for the grandkids now for the plastic pins. This is not duckpin bowling, Johnny. This is called Candlepin bowling. It is possible to curve, but you generally don't want to. Generally, curving the ball will take speed off your ball, and you want to throw a faster ball to get more pin action. That was a beautiful shot. Generally, you want to aim for the head pin off to one side or the other. Not necessarily the same pocket as there is in 10-pin. You basically just want to hit almost where the pins aren't, in between the 1-2 or 1-3.
Hey, throw a happy ball, Weber.
Happy ball.
Absolutely not, Spore Guy. I want you around. Who is winning? Exeter was winning at the last time they did the scoring. They were up by about 30 pins. I wish you had this in Alaska too. I'm working on it. I can't right now. It's not like it won't work. You just get better pin action if you throw a faster ball. So there is no such thing as a spare ball here in, wow. No such thing as a spare ball in Candlepin. When we buy a set of 4 balls.
Put that in slow-mo.
Yes, absolutely. Because I don't know how that pin fell.
I'm sure we'll have a highlight reel of that shot later on tomorrow.
He's going to slow the whole thing down for us.
Clip that. Nico's already got it. No, Nico isn't on TikTok, so he can't steal my stuff until after. No. Yeah, nobody has any idea what just happened there on the right. I assume the ball came back and hit it somehow. Is there a word for that? I mean, you get a spread eagle. That's when you just hit the 1-5 is what you're talking about. Just a punch through. Yep, the lanes are the exact same length as a 10-pin lane. Scoring is the exact same way as 10-pin for the most part. First ball is still a strike, second ball is still a spare. Your third throw is the only difference, and that is just total pin fall only. We're doing 3 strings tonight. We are still in game 1 right now. And through 8 frames, it is 384 to 463. Exeter up by 80 pins right now. Cut out. Strike. There it is. No, I stream on every Tuesday and every Friday for the most part. And then once in a while on Sundays. But Tuesdays and Fridays are my 2 regular ones. Real wooden lanes, yes. Because they are Candlepins, Chase. It's not Mike. Yes, third ball is just total pin count only. You don't get any bonus balls, unlike strikes and spares. 85 shares. You guys are doing great with that. Only 8,000 likes, kind of low on that end, but that's okay. I don't know who created this sport, but it began in Worcester, Massachusetts, back in the 1880s. It's nothing in Phoenix like it. I'm sorry. Yep. Wow, nice spare. The balls can weigh anywhere from 2 pounds 4 ounces to 2 pounds 7 ounces. Generally, if you have your own, though, you're going to use 2 6s or 2 7s. This is regular bowling around here, bro. This is regular. 10 pin is the weird one. Tenth frame works the exact same way as 10 pin. If you get a strike, you get 2 extra balls. If you throw a spare, you get 1 extra. Yes, this is a paper league. Yeah. It's weird for the rest of the country, but in this area, in New England, Candlepin is the #1 form of bowling. The pins weigh 2 pounds 8 ounces. They have to weigh more than the ball, which is why you need speed on your ball to make those pins dance around. It is fun. It is the most fun form of bowling there is. It is the most fast-paced form of bowling. You get to throw the ball fast. You get to use the wood to make your spares. It's all good here. How many pins are on the rack? 10. Same as in 10 pin. Same exact configuration. No, not nearly like they do in 10 pin. This is fake bowling? Oh my God. Ian, you must be right. Oh, it is so fake. I thought this was real, but an average score for a regular person? Oh, wow, what a shot. It's probably like an 80, The pins are thin. This is called Candlepin Bowling Black Panther, and it is the best kind of bowling there is. Oh, that was difficult. I've never tried 9-pin. It's one of those ones that I'd like to try. 9-pin and 5-pin. Can I pro? I don't know what that means. Tommy, what's going on, buddy? No, I've never bowled 9-pin. It doesn't surprise me if you've never heard of this. Candlepin bowling is very regional, and outside of this region, it just never really got outside of it. Can I go pro? Not really. Like, you got to think about it. Every single person, even in this pro league, even the best bowler in the game, has a regular job. There's just not enough money in this to actually ever just do it. It depends on what you're thinking of. Like 100 is a lot. Yeah, that was a real fast one. Real fast. For 100 for most people is a high score. For these guys, you're talking like 140s.
You time that one?
Sure.
I'll take it.
Yeah, just remind me. That's all. Fastest you've ever thrown? I've thrown one that was 6 frames.
6 frames?
Yeah. So it's less than a second.
Yeah. I mean, that was definitely. I don't know. That one was.
I mean,
Like, I
it was
blinked, it was
quick. Is this swimming? Yes, it is. We are actually swimming up there. I would love to see that too slow, but it's not going to happen anytime soon. The people who make the pin setters stopped making them like 40 years ago. So we need somebody new to come in and make some new pin setters. How does the scoring work? Almost the exact same as 10-pin. First ball still a strike, second ball still a spare, the exact same. The third ball is the only difference, and it's just total pin count, so it's a lot easier to remember. The best kind of swimming. Yep, so I think a pin was probably sitting on top, and it blocked the one pin from coming down. So they just sent somebody back there and fixed it up. So we are at Riverwalk Lanes in Amesbury, Massachusetts. Dude outside, just fall out down there. I have no idea, dude, what you're saying, Tommy. A 200 is very rare. When someone throws a 200, everybody who bowls Candlepin knows about it. Like, everybody talks about it. No, you don't want to generally hook the ball. Generally, you want to throw a hard, straight ball. That is the best way to do it. Yes. So, because the one pin didn't show up, it was sitting on top. And the girl who went down there to fix it just threw it down there to knock all the pins down. Is there a pattern for the pin setter? I mean, it's the same layout as a 10-pin lane. Strikes are very hard to get. I believe those are Brunswick machines, yes. A perfect game is 300. If you throw 12 strikes, yes. And it has never happened in the history of the game. 245 is the most that has ever happened. Maine has the best Candlepin bowlers? I don't think so. I don't think so. Mark Webber might tell you otherwise, but... Well, it depends what you filled your spares with. I mean, you could technically throw like a 110 if you threw a spare with a 1 fill every single time. What is Bow King? Bow King? Bow King. Duck pin is a different form of bowling. Duck pin pins look more like 10 pins, but shorter. And these are obviously taller and skinnier and look like candles. 432 is fantastic, Kyle. What's going on, Jose? Good to see you. Lane is the exact same length as a 10-pin lane, yes. Duck pin's a lot easier than Candlepin. Yep. In the Boston area, this is Candlepin. No, I don't generally do 10-pin bowling. It's I'll do it like once a year for something different. But it's not my thing to do. Well, this is a very hard house, so the pin action isn't as good here as some of the other places. But I think duck pin is an easier sport than candlepin. I've generally done much better when I go duck pin bowling than with candlepin bowling. Yep, Connecticut does not have candlepin bowling. Connecticut and Rhode Island are the only two New England states not to have it. I'm not bowling tonight, Biggs. Average league cost, it depends on the league. So my Tuesday league is an expensive league, and that's $32 a week. My Sunday league is one of the cheaper ones, and it's only $20 a week. So it just really all depends on the league itself. Oh, just how I'm doing, okay. I'm doing great. Just enjoying the vacation weeks, the holidays that we've just had, and everything's going good. You get 3 throws per frame. And we got 3 games tonight, yes. $2,500 a week? That is an expensive league, Brian. So Exeter just won that one, I'm assuming. Because they were up 463 through 8. And Lafayette only got a 498. So I think Exeter won by a large amount. Yeah, I'm at 52 right now. So this is a travel league. So there's only 2 teams playing right here. Meanwhile, other alleys around are all doing their games there. Right? Paying $2,500 a week. Sonia says do better, JT. Sonia says do better. Thumbs up, he says.
Oh, what a try, John. Where are you tonight, huh?
Yeah, where are you? That's what they want to know. You're not even here. That's fantastic, Lee. Well, you know, we all shave our heads on purpose for aerodynamics. That's what it's all about, Jose. Or at least pretend you're good. So Hingham's doing really good, huh? Thank you for the update, Will. I appreciate that. Mark Webber, all over the head pin, but leaving a big split up there. Mark Webber, wow. He gets some crazy action up there. Contrarian, good to see you, buddy. Yeah, Merrill, if there's any questions you have, feel free to ask. Candlepin bowling is the best kind of bowling there is. Who do you think you are? I am. Well, they have to throw a couple strikes in order to do that. I was told my next triple, that's what I'm going to be saying. So, just wait. I can't wait for it. Michael, what's going on? Good to see you. Now, Lawless hitting the head pin. I don't know if that's quite true, but hey, Travis, what is going on? No, you're gonna have to come up here, Wilson, and give it a try on vacation sometime. Come up here, catch a Red Sox game, play some candlepin bowling. Is the ball different in candlepin bowling? It's a lot different than a 10-pin one. That's for sure. Yeah, we actually needed more mods here earlier. We had some, I mean, we've had a good turnout tonight, so we had some not so nice people in here. Oh. 7-pin missing. Let's see if it comes down this time. Yep, there it is. Absolutely. They do it up. Now, good luck getting a ticket at that point, Ron.
Goodness gracious.
Ugh, court dogged, that doesn't sound good. Levi, the ball weighs anywhere from 2 pounds 4 ounces to 2 pounds 7 ounces.
Yeah.
Has to weigh less than the pins themselves. Up to 95 shares. 5 more for 100. Let's go. Let's go. Yeah, don't worry about it. Feel free to ask any questions. I answer questions all the time. So this is Riverwalk Lanes in Amesbury, Massachusetts. And these guys will throw the ball between 30 and 35 miles an hour on average. Scoring is very similar to 10-pin bowling. Ouch. Mirror shots right there. First ball still being a strike, second ball still being a spare, third ball being just total pinfall only. Best score ever in a Candlepin game is 245. Ralph Semb was the first one to do it back in the 80s, and Chris Sargent was the most recent one to do it in 2011. Let me guess, the current landowner up here. So generally it's per game. Generally it's about $5 a string. Some places you can pay per hour, where it's usually $25 to $30 an hour. 10-pin bowling is easier to score, yes. We haven't had a Tuesday league in weeks now. We had Christmas Eve and New Year's Eve both on Tuesdays, so we have not had a Tuesday league. Can't wait to do it again though. Yeah, that's ridiculous. You should absolutely be suing him for all that money. Great. Jill with the heart me. Thank you, thank you. Especially because I'm sure he knew about it too. So Jake, the way we get pin action is to throw a faster ball. You get a lot more pin action with a faster ball. This place does not have automatic scoring, but my other place that I bowl at, Academy Lanes, does. This place wants the old school, and they still have pencil and paper here. Best spot to hit for a strike is a little off the head pin, either left or right side of the head pin. Yeah, these are definitely, you're not going to get fabulously wealthy owning a bowling alley, but you can make some money here. Jill with all sorts of gifts. Thank you, thank you. Is there a pocket? Yeah, generally you want to hit the head pin, just a little off to the side. It's not necessarily the same pocket. The reason you have never heard of this is because it is very regional, and generally Candlepin, New Englanders don't like to share, and they don't like to let their culture get outside of this area. Can you not put spin on the ball? Generally, you don't want to, Jeremy. Generally, putting a lot of spin on the ball is going to slow your ball down, and you want to throw a faster ball if you can. This is traditional bowling around here. 10-pin is not common in this area. Still 10 frames, nothing in Michigan, sorry. Better to shoot from the corner. It all depends on how you're better. No holes in the ball. Whatever way is going to get you to throw it down the middle, that's what you want to do. I would never suggest, Mr. PD, anyone come up here in the winter. Wait till spring, wait till summer. This is a beautiful area in the spring and summer. Come up then. Like I said, watch a Red Sox game, play some Candlepin bowling. Don't do it now. The official name is Candlepin bowling. Strikes are significantly harder in this. 300 has never happened. The newest house in New England would be one of the flatbread pizza companies. I think the one, I forget where it is now. A lot of the there's one pizza place called the Flatbread Company that puts Candlepin bowling alleys in their pizza places. This is not a handicap league. This is a scratch league. A good average is 100. If you can average 100 in most leagues, you're going to be one of the best bowlers. If you can average a 115 to a 120, you're going to be able to bowl with these guys in the pro league. And if you can average a 135, you'll be the best in the game. Riverwalk Lanes is in Amesbury, Massachusetts. 10 pins, same as 10 pin. I'll tell them they should throw it harder.
Some of us.
Travis with the heart me, thank you. It is certainly more frustrating than 10 pin. It is the most frustrating form of bowling that there is. Scoring is almost the exact same. The only difference between this and 10 pin is the third throw, where it is just total pin ball only. This is the pro league. I'm not going to have them be doing different things like that. I'll see if I can find the ball, and I'll show you how I hold the ball. I'll go over to one of the other lanes where there's nobody, the house ball. Nice, ugly house ball. Chips in it. Especially while they're all moving their balls around right now. So, this is the Candlepin ball. That's how you hold it, just like that. When you finish, you want to finish with your hands straight up. Middle finger facing the head pin. Yes, the guys you're watching are extremely good. If you were to watch a regular league, most bowlers in your average league, you're not going to be able to break 100. These guys should be averaging over 100. Mark Weber off the head pin. This is just a very, very hard game. This is in Canada, Eastern Canada, and it's also here in Northern New England also, Lando. We are at Riverwalk Lanes in Amesbury, Massachusetts. Weber, nice spare right there. Good shot. That's how hard this game is, John. I mean, Mark just hit it there with that one, but it is very different than 10-pin bowling. Especially once you start like watching these guys, like you think this game is a lot easier than it is, but you have to remember these guys are really, really good at what they're doing. If you are just starting out, an 80 average is very good. Yes. Like I said, if you want to be one of the better bowlers in your league, oh, strike there for Weber. He got the big fill. Wow, I don't take offense to that. You can do whatever you want, Jay. Nah, he's not that good.
Hey, we're right at home. It's like bowling with Joe.
No oil on the lanes, no. Strike scoring goes the exact same way as 10-pin. You get 2 balls at your next frame. In this place, there is no screen to show your score. Riverwalk Lanes wants to maintain that old school feel, so it is still pencil and paper here. Most of us do not go 10-pin bowling also. We are Candlepin only. Mark Weber is actually in the chat often. Oftentimes he's watching here, but he was able to come down today. How come the smaller ball? Because we are playing Candlepin bowling, and it is the best kind of bowling there is. We like to make it hard on ourselves. Kai Hunt on the right, Matt Lawless on the left. Matt Low, almost got it all the way over. My best single score was a 164. No, sorry. Had to reading is hard sometimes. The pins are heavier than the ball. Yes, the pins have to be heavier than the ball in Candlepin. We try to hit the head pin every time. The goal is to hit the head pin, but it's hard to put a 4-inch ball 60 feet away exactly where you want to. Well, because you're watching the pros here. So that's why you're going to see the more strikes. A perfect game is still 300. We have our own version of it. That 10-pin bowlers know as a clean game. If you throw a clean game, we call it a perfect game, but it's still not a 300. Yes. Yep. Especially for your first time, it's always hard. There is no oil on the lanes. This is definitely not Academy lanes, Danny. Nope. This is Riverwalk lanes, Amesbury, Massachusetts. Yes, many different ways you can foul. You can go over the foot foul line. That second line that's out there, about 10 feet out, that's called the lob line. If your ball goes past that without touching the lane, it's a foul ball. And obviously if it goes in the gutter, it's a foul ball also. A clean game is you knock down all the pins. So you don't leave a pin standing. So even you could get 100 if you threw 10 tens. And that would be considered a clean, perfect game here. It is significantly harder than 10-pin bowling. Yes, it is wicked hard. I don't know how the ball return works. It just behind the scenes stuff I know nothing about. $2.99. That's so sad. That's so sad. That last one must have been so heartbreaking. So you get 3 tries. Yes, Rob. Your first ball still strikes. Your second ball is still a spare. Your third ball is just total pinfall only. And we need it just to increase our scores a little bit. Foul line being used. Yeah, if you go over the foot foul line, it is a foul. Excellent, good. I'm happy to have you, sports card. I know I'm not your general. Oh, that is just the 1-8. Ouch. I know I'm not your normal kind of host, but I come down here, I like to watch it, and I figure you guys would like to watch it too. They're not completely cylindrical, no. They taper off at each end, and there's a cap. So, but they are very cylindrical. Tim, what's going on? Good to see you. There was a question that I wanted to ask. Why so straight, not come in like an angle? Because there's no oil in the lanes. Man, I don't know where it was. Ask it again if you asked a question. You have to wear bowling shoes here. If you see these guys slide an awful lot, if you didn't wear bowling shoes, you would stick and you would fall down and get hurt. Like Sean Landry did earlier today.
Oh, that's the one. We got one.
I didn't have that one on camera though. You want to hit the head pin on your first throw. You want to hit it off to the side. So either the left or right side, whichever one you prefer. This is regular bowling in this area, retro. This is the normal bowling here in New England. So there's a line that's down there, you can't see it from here, but if a pin is too far forward and close to us, it's actually not a legal pin to hit. So you have to actually send somebody down there to remove the pin out of the way. No duck pin. Nope, this is Candlepin. That's what makes this sport so much fun. Leaving those pins up there, learning how to use them to make your spares and your tens. That is a Candlepin ball, Jake. Not a softball. Similar to a softball, but very similar if you've ever played bocce. It's the same size ball as a bocce ball. That's what I like to hear, Danny. It all depends on the woman bowler. There's certainly a lot of really, really good women bowlers, but they do throw it a lot slower. So generally, the scores are going to be a little bit less. The weight of the balls can be anywhere from 2 pounds 4 ounces to 2 pounds 7 ounces. It is significantly harder to get a strike here, yes. According to Candlepin Bowling Network, your average pro bowler throws about 1 strike per game, on average. Yes, the lanes are the exact same length as a 10-pin lane. This is the United States also, though, Jared. I know you see the Canadian flag, but we are here at Riverwalk Lanes in Amesbury, Massachusetts. You'll never, well, I don't want to say never, but there has never been a perfect game yet. 245 is most that's ever happened before. They are made of a hard rubber, Dylan. So in this league, I believe there's 12 teams. I should know that, but I don't. Nothing near South Carolina. Generally, you're going to have to come up here to northern New England to give it a try. 300 is a perfect game, but it has never happened. Finally, some real bowling hooter, right? Oh, just missed that single. It's been around since the 1880s, believe it or not, but it's never really taken over like it should have. Highest game I've ever seen was a 204. Steve Walker threw a 204 right next to me at Leo's Super Bowl in Amesbury, Mass. And it was incredible to see. It's the only 200 I've ever seen. Do they have the sheets for the scores? Yeah. It's just hard for me to get to it. Tool time with over 200 chili peppers. Let's go, Tool time. Okay, thank you, Matt. Thank you for the interaction. I appreciate it. Yes, you can use the pins to help make your spares and your tens. It is really hard to throw a strike, yes. My personal best is at 164. I have thrown a 4-bagger, Ron. It was actually worth $2,400 when I hit it.
Technically, you're showing the only perfect game.
I have proof of it. You never saw that video, Sean? I am the only person to ever have a 300. You can watch my video if you go to my. It was on April 1st. Yep. We may have switched lanes multiple different times, but. What is this called? This is called Candlepin bowling, and it is the best kind of bowling there is. 144 average. That's a really good average. So I'm guessing it would probably be in the 115 to 120 area. This is not Canadian bowling. We are here at Riverwalk Lanes in Amesbury, Massachusetts. No duck pin. Nope, this is called Candlepin. So they do 2 frames at a time, retro. No, believe it or not, the 4-bagger was not my high game. You would think so. You really would think so, but I did it in the first half and I completely trailed off after that. Just shaking too much from throwing 4 in a row. I think I threw a 159 that game, if I remember right. Still a good score, don't get me wrong, but I was happy to get the $2,400 that night. No oil on the lane, Stout. The pins are slightly taller but much skinnier. So you're in 10 pins weigh 3 pounds 6 ounces. Candlepins are 2 pounds 8 ounces. Happy New Year, Twisty Sexy Cake. Good to see you. I mean, Quebec must have some sort of Candlepin, right? Maybe not, though. You probably only have, what, the 5 pin up there? They are not throwing BBs. Nope, those are called Candlepin bowling balls. Generally, you want to throw a hard, straight, fast ball if you can. It's a very regional sport, John. So if you've never been up to northern New England, you might not have ever heard of this before. Yes, the down pins stay down there. They help you make your spares and your tens, or get in the way of your spares and tens. Absolutely. I love to answer questions. It gives me something to talk about during my lives. And the more questions you guys ask, the more interaction that is. And TikTok loves interaction. So feel free to keep asking questions. Keep talking. I always appreciate it. 3 throws per frame. This is Riverwalk Lanes in Amesbury, Massachusetts. So much better than 10-pin bowling. Absolutely, Tamika. Tamika? Tamika? It's Tamika. Why not reset until both bowlers are... it's just common courtesy. That's the real reason why you usually wait. There's none in Indiana. I'm sorry. Well, you're doing a great job. I'm worth the 17,000 likes, so I am sorry your thumbs hurt, but you're doing a great job, and I appreciate it. It's Candlepin bowling, not canvas stick. But, oh, there's a strike for JT. There it is, Sonia. How do you like that? No oil on the lane, Corey. Nope. 300 has never happened, Stanley. Not in the history of the game. Been around for 145 years, and not once has it happened. Yeah, if you like curving the ball, then it's probably better for you. But if you like throwing a hard straight ball, this is it. Highest score might be that in Duckpin, the 279, but here in Candlepin, it's a 245. No, C- is bowling in a different. He's on one of the pro teams. He's bowling somewhere else tonight. Steve Manis, yes. Scoring is almost the exact same as 10-pin. First ball is still a strike, second ball is still a spare. The exact same with 2 balls and 1 ball extra, respectively. The third throw is the only difference in scoring. It is just total pinfall only. Yep, if you like old school sheet scoring, that is this right here. 216 to 198, I think, is what the scoring is right now between the two teams. I mean, I wish that were true hobby because I would be really, really good at it. To the Magic Man name. So I am a huge Magic the Gathering fan, and I used to have a Magic the Gathering podcast, and I did a great job with that. We really loved doing it, but then this took over. But one of the other announcers for Candlepin, named Paul Grant, found out about my Magic podcast, and he just called me the Magic Man because of Magic the Gathering. What's the difference between this and Duckpin? So this has taller, skinnier pins. The ball is a little bit smaller, and we use the fallen pins to make our spares and our tens. Those are the biggest differences. Oh, that's awesome. Where did you bowl in New Hampshire? I assume if you were near the ocean, Portsmouth would be my best guess. Oh, that is so sad, LA. Yeah, he came over for Christmas dinner. That's what made it so hard, you know, very stressful. Making sure I could live up to the Levesque name. You might bring your speed down a little bit to make your spares and your tens, but generally, you want to throw about the same. Yeah, Nova Scotia has a lot of Candlepin bowling. Yep, Duckpin, you clear the dead wood. Here you don't. Yep, they can walk on the lanes. There's no oil on the lanes. This is called Candlepin bowling. It is the best kind of bowling there is. The lanes get like refinished and stuff, I think about once a year or so. But these lanes are 85 years old, and they just have some wear and tear over the course of 80 years. It's going to happen. Oh my God, I totally forgot about that. totally forgot about the Tony Marinero short pants. That's fantastic. Good to see you back. Why does everybody look alike? I don't know. I mean, we're all middle-aged white guys, so, I mean, that makes sense why we would. You can buy gear for this online. You can buy it at your local bowling alley. Thank you. I try to do my best that I can. I mean, they're doing all the hard work for me. I'm just standing back here talking to you guys. So I do play, but not tonight. So these guys are the pro bowlers, and I'm not good enough to bowl with these guys. So tonight I'm just the camera guy. I did fill in a couple weeks ago in this league, and I did a fine job. I held my own against them with a 109 average. But generally I'm just here doing this stuff. If you watch on Tuesday nights, you get to see me bowl more often. My technique is generally throw a hard straight ball at the head. Man, I wish we had a Tim Hortons around here. Yeah, duckpin bowling's fine, but it's not the same as Candlepin. So why did they move the follow pin? Because it was too far forward. You generally can use the follow pins to make your spares and your tens, but there's actually a line down there. And if the pin is in front of that line, it has to be moved out, because if you hit it, it could bounce off into somebody else's lane or break the masking unit. And so you have to take it out if it's too far forward. Your back hurts doing this? It's not that bad, believe it or not. Usually it's your knees that really hurt a lot. Welcome from New Brunswick. Always good to have you here. Oh my God, that guy who brought the pumpkin into the 10-pin lane, I would be so mad at that guy. So mad at that guy. What makes them better than me? No, it's not hate. Their averages are just higher. They're just better bowlers than I am. On any given night, could I keep up with some of these guys? Yes. But week after week after week, they're going to do better than me every single time. They're going to do better than me overall. Yep, spares are only on the second ball. Your third ball is just total pinfall only. What's the pounds they're throwing? So generally about 2 pounds, 6 ounces, 2 pounds, 7 ounces is what they're going to be throwing. And they throw it about 30 to 35 miles an hour. No, as long as the pin is knocked over, it counts. It doesn't have to be cleared out. That would be awful if that was the case. Tonight is 3 games. So every league isn't 3 games, but this one happens to be 3 games. Why do they throw it so hard to get that pin action right there? Because he threw that hard, he got extra pin action. And what would have been a 2 if he didn't throw it that hard ended up being 8. The balls are significantly smaller than 10-pin bowling, yes, significantly. So Marty Moose, this is called Candlepin bowling, and it is the best kind of bowling there is. Yes, you cannot throw this ball that fast in a school zone. It is. A 2-pound ball is a lot of fun. The elderly can still do it, little kids can still do it and have a good time. And it's really good, it's fun. And then obviously if you are a middle-aged man, then you can throw the ball 35, 40 miles an hour if you can. So yes, there's a Canadian flag there. Oh, what a strike there for Weber. The American flag is on the other side. See, I swear, it's right there. But this is just a Canadian and a American sport. So they generally have both flags up. I could show you a crowd shot with all the ladies watching, but they're kind of scantily clad, and I don't want TikTok to really ban me. So I unfortunately cannot show you that. Highest score you can get is still 300. It's never happened in the history of the game. It's Pete Weber's little brother, Mark. Yes. I mean, if you say so. I don't think it's like softball, but I've heard people say that. Score is very similarly to 10 pin. First ball still a strike, 12 strikes still 300. Spares are the exact same. The only difference in scoring between the two is the third throw, which is just total pin call only. Duck pin and candlepin are two different sports. Well, that's because we had one random one and then I answered in a joking way, Travis, so. I know once I answer something like that, we're going to go down a rabbit hole that I probably shouldn't have gone down, but it was funny. Drew, you are watching Candlepin bowling, and it is the best kind of bowling there is. Yeah, you can still throw a slow ball and get a good score, but you're going to get more pin action with a faster ball. He wants him to go down there and check it. I think it's still good, but you never know. A ricochet does count as long as it hits something up there first. If it goes back and just hits the curtain and bounces back, it does not count. But if you hit a pin first and then the ball bounces around, it all counts. No, you can use the dead wood to make your spares and your tens. Yeah, no oil on the lands, obviously. Otherwise, he would be falling down. Yes, obviously. Things to scare a 10-pin bowler right there. My best score is a 164. Did it a couple of years ago. I'm really overdue to beat it sometime soon. But a 164 is hard to get. All you have to do is hit the head pin, and hey, welcome back, John. Good to see you. I didn't know that I should have been. Like, this is all just like, I happen to record my own bowling a couple times, and it just really took off. So I've just been doing it ever since, and I know it sounds kind of silly. I used to have my own TV show on cable access, so I really like being in front of a crowd now. I mean, I like hanging out with you guys. You guys make it fun. What's the max score you can get? 300. If you throw 12 strikes, you can get a 300. It's never happened, though. For people who can't bowl, I mean, these guys are bowling. I don't know what you're talking about, James. Of course I'm a bragger. I am not humble at all, just so you know. I mean, I don't know what you mean by bowling for money at the end. Like, some people do it just after hours. If you've never been to northern New England, you might not have ever heard of Candlepin. It's just a very, very regional sport. You want to throw a 300? If you use a 10-pin ball, it would actually damage the machine in the back, so you can't do that. Yes, very popular in the Northeast. The most popular form of bowling. It is, well, we are in the U.S. This is Riverwalk Lanes in Amesbury, Massachusetts. And here in northern New England, Candlepin bowling is the most popular form of bowling. What's a high series? Generally, like for a really high series is a 400. If you can throw a 400, like that's what you're going for. I assume that is like somebody's 800 plus series, 850 series. Candlepin after hours. Candlepin after hours at the cat house. Yeah, no, I don't think so. Oh, nice. Ryan's a nice place. I've never been to the one down there, but. Well, I assume that was 10-pin, Ryan. If you throw a 421 in Candlepin, you would be ecstatic about that. Yes, 400 out of 900 is fantastic. Yes. These guys are pro bowlers, and maybe one will get a 400. Maybe. So if you can average 100 in most leagues, you're going to be one of the better bowlers in your league. If you can average a 115, you'll be able to bowl with these guys. If you can average a 135, you'll be the best in the game. No, you generally want to throw a hard fastball. This is a league. So this is the Friday Night Pro League. So this is a scratch league. There's no handicap in this. It is just a straight scratch league. You bring your 5 best bowlers against your opponent's 5 best bowlers. If it looks easy, it's because these guys make it look easy. It's not negative pins, they just don't count. So if a ball goes in the gutter and knocks 4 pins down, and then you get them all down, you'll only get a 6 for that one. I don't bowl tonight, Dylan. If you want to see me bowl, you'll have to watch on Tuesday nights. This is the Pro League, and I'm not quite good enough to bowl with these guys yet. CPL 3640. Nice. What is it? What team is that?
Yeah, Lawless.
Oh, Millis, yep. Nice. Both teams bowled well. Oh, it is so much more fun, believe it or not, than 10-pin bowling. So much more fun. They're throwing the ball between 30 and 35 miles an hour for the most part. Yeah, make sure you follow. If you don't follow me already, you should definitely be following me now. I am the captain on my Tuesday night team, yes. My son Max is the anchor bowler.
Next time that question is asked, I need to say 32.5 miles an hour.
32 and a half? Okay. Very specific.
30 and 35 about 6 times.
Yes. I say the same things over and over and over and over
That's okay.
and over. But it's always somebody's first time watching.
Yeah.
And so I don't want anyone to feel left out. 30. Okay, yeah, I can do that. Like anytime.
32.76 is the average.
Okay.
We've done that.
Just like when they used to ask, do we oil the lanes? And I always have to say no, no. Eventually one time I'm like, only on Mondays. Bacon grease, all the way down.
Only proprietors that don't know what they're doing.
Max is with his grill tonight.
There are some that do.
There's a little bit of a spin on the ball, but generally we just more focus on straight fastball. Straight fastballs work the best. These guys are very, very good. Yep. Well, this isn't duckpin chipper, but so the bowling alley, this Riverwalk Lanes has been around since the 1940s. Mark Ritchie, the owner here, looked it up recently in early 1940s. He bought it, right. They wonder how old the alley is, though.
Oh, 80 years.
Yeah, 1940s at some time. Yeah, they're switching from one side to the other. How much does a ball cost? We buy them in sets of 4, and a set of 4 can range anywhere from $200 to $400. Yeah, 1 strike per game is good. That is basically the pro average. Oh, what a shot from Weber. Oh no. Oh no. Completing the half Worcester. So because the ball returns are on the outside of the lanes rather than the inside of the lanes, every time they switch lanes, they have to move all their balls back and forth. Yes, do not lob that ball. So there's that line 10 feet out is the lob line. You're not allowed to throw it past that. It's a league, so they are bowling for money at the end of the season. Thank you, Erica. I appreciate it. That's what I was told, and I never really thought of myself having a nice voice, but one of my friends actually listens to these as like ASMR, and I found it hard to believe. There's a nice spare. That's okay, you can. She does not think I have a nice voice, so it's nice to hear it from other people. The lanes are very old, they're 80 years old. Balls can weigh anywhere from 2 pounds 4 ounces to 2 pounds 7 ounces. And tonight we are at Riverwalk Lanes in Amesbury, Massachusetts. Thank you, Lee. Bring my head back down, I appreciate it. See you later, Ron. How much does it cost per week? So it depends what league you're talking about. This league is $50 a week. Exactly. Sometimes I need that bubble popped. I understand what Lee was doing. People say too many nice things about me, and my head starts getting too big. Sarah, one of my favorite bowlers right there. These guys have very good accuracy, for sure. What's a duck pin versus candlepin? So a duck pin is a shorter pin. Looks more like a 10 pin, but much shorter. Candlepins are obviously taller and skinnier. Oh no, Travis, there's another person you can rat me out to, or rat me out about. Travis was just saying she's going to tell my wife that another girl was saying nice things about me. Now Sarah's blowing me kisses. Oh, this is not good. I'm in trouble now. Yes, this is an expensive league. You do get 3 throws per frame. Your first ball is still a strike, your second ball is still a spare, third ball is just total pinfall. We are not in Canada at all. We are actually at Riverwalk Lanes in Amesbury, Massachusetts. This is real bowling. But am I good at 10-pin bowling? No, not really. In this league, there is no handicap. Nope, you are bowling scratch, as we call it, just heads up. Yeah, I don't bowl 10-pin. Here in New England, it is just, this is the normal form of bowling up here. Hoagie, what's happening, brother? Yeah, no, I know. But right to my left, on the other side of that Riverwalk sign, is an American flag. This is just a very popular sport in both Canada and America. So you get both flags. Let me, yes. Yes, you can. You get to leave the fallen pins to make your spares and your tens. JT with a nice spare there. See, there's the American flag. We are here in America. Yeah, that Eastern Canada, the Atlantic Canada, they love it there. Big G, what's going on? Whoa, strike for JT. He didn't come to play today. He's being serious about this right now. Scratch equals good bowlers, yes. Same number of frames, yep. Just like if you throw 12 strikes, it's still 300. They're still saying throw it harder, JT. Well, if I was recording Riverwalk when they're here, they bowl on 3 and 4. And you can see the American flag then. When I'm recording 5 and 6, you can see the Canadian flag. This isn't fake bowling. I swear this is real. We're really here. This isn't a video game. Try not miss it. Yeah, I would love to. Yes, I really think that if more people got to try it, they would love it. Bubble Mint, it is draining to see all the rudeness from people. But there's so many good people that come into my chat. It outweighs them. And it's my favorite part is talking to you guys. So if we got to deal with a couple trolls now and then, my moderators do a great job of muting and blocking everybody who's rude to me. I can't thank my moderators enough. Travis, Lee, Jill when she's here. They do a great job blocking everybody. So this form of bowling started in the 1880s. Generally, I go live Friday nights for the Pro League and Tuesday nights for my regular league. So they do have gutters. Gutter, you know, the what are they called? I'm totally blanking out the name. They have the things to stop you from getting gutter balls. Uh-oh. Did the microphone change? Yes, there's no tap tournaments. Bumpers, that's what they're called, yep. Score right now, Ukraine 405 to 44. Okay, I'm going to take the mic out and put it back in. Usually that's enough to fix it. Is that better now? Easiest sport ever. I wish it were. Okay, yeah. I don't know, every once in a while this thing just comes loose a little bit. Perfect. Thank you guys for letting me know. Do many women bowl? Because yes. Yep. If you saw earlier, Sarah was on here. She's a great Candlepin bowler. She's been on my stream a bunch of times. A few times. You can definitely still throw a slower ball and still do well. It just helps to have a faster ball. Strings would never work in Candlepin. No, leaving the pins down, no, it would make a huge mess of everything. And there's plenty of female bowlers who average in the 120s. So, weight of the balls, between 2 pounds 4 ounces and 2 pounds 7 ounces. I believe that was a spare. I love hearing it, Peg Leg. Peg Leg Gary, I love that name. Nothing against, yeah, the Tuesday bowlers. You kidding me? Like, I mean, I am not on that level. Max, I think, could be. And C actually is in this league, but oh boy, I'm in trouble. Just wait till she comes on onto the live. Yeah, I mean, there's not a lot of oil on the ball. They basically use just to keep it clean throughout. Elbows can hurt doing this. Elbows and knees are the two things that I think usually hurt. No. So on ball one, yes. So if you throw it down there, it goes in the gutter, knocks some pins down. On your first ball, you can re-rack the pins. If you knock a pin down though, and it comes out of the gutter and knocks some pins down in your second ball, you can't. Those pins are just deducted and they don't count. There might be, but I would never suggest anyone drinking beers because this is a family-friendly stream. So, are there lemonades that people are drinking? Yes, there are plenty of lemonades that people are drinking. They have regular 10-pin shoes on, yes. You need bowling shoes. If you see how much they slide, you absolutely need bowling shoes. If you tried to do this with regular sneakers, you would be in pain. No holes or anything. Nope. It is just you palm the ball, basically. All right, we have final scores for that game. Oh. They didn't do the math for me, but see, this is what we're keeping score with right here. 90, 86, 130 for JT. Of course, he shows me this one. And Sean with a 123. There was no total score.
No total?
No.
Gotta see Chris.
This is not duckpin bowling. Duckpin bowling is a different sport completely. Where's the cheater? He is bowling in Millis, I think, tonight. Oh, Josh. Yeah. He filled in on my Sunday league against me. And so everyone in the chat's like, oh, he's cheating. Oh, he's the cheater. He's cheating. He hit the 3-pin in the face for a strike. And he is. So my chat only knows him as the cheater. Oh, look at that shot from Mark Weber. What an out there. What's horrible? What's horrible? Right, the ball has to make contact with the lane prior to the lob line or else it doesn't count. Are there local high school teams? No, believe it or not, Boo. The schools don't really do anything with bowling in this area, and I don't know why. Like, they should, but they don't. It's kind of disappointing, honestly. Yes, 10 frames per game, per bowler. Just the same as in 10 pin. If there are 12 strikes, it's still 300. Yep. I wish it were around here. Yes, Bobby, that's because this is Candlepin bowling, and it is the best kind of bowling there is. You answered the 10 frames question. And there is golf teams in high school, but there was never bowling teams. Like, we have bowling leagues for kids, but it was never. Oh, what a shot from Kai! But it was never offered in school. I guarantee Riverwalk lanes would open up for them if they wanted to. I know they would. Thanks for the follow, everybody. Oh, the high school question. I can't be the only one who reads the chat. Yep, Mark is the man. Absolutely, I fully agree with that. Yeah, but it was probably 10 pin. And, oh, come on, one more for him. It all depends on the bowler, Donald, but I look at the marks on the lane. Some people do look at the pins. I can't keep my head up while I'm bowling like that. It is much harder than 10 pin. I haven't figured out how to do that yet, Carlos. If there is a way, I don't know how to do it. Other than like tomorrow when I do all my editing, I can do some replays there, but that's about the best I can do. Yeah, exactly, same as me. Lane length is the exact same as the 10 pin lane. Yep, 60 feet long. The pins are thinner, but the ball is smaller too. Much, much smaller. It's only a 4-inch ball. JT making the shot. Good spare right there. Jeff Surrette finding the hole somehow. The balls weigh between 2 pounds 4 ounces and 2 pounds 7 ounces. I think if your 10-pin ball has a hole, it has to be filled. Yeah, you get 3 throws for each time you're up there. Only 2 sets at a time, though. Right or left. It depends on how your ball comes in, but generally you want to hit the head pin just a little off to the side. The lanes are not oiled. Nope. It is just a dry lane out there. Wow, who needs the head pin when Dave's throwing the ball? Look at that. What a shot from Chris Kaz. Yeah, these guys are actually the pros. This game is so hard that these guys are really, really good. Ouch. It's about where you want to play it, but that wood definitely got in the way. Yeah, 7-10 split is actually a little bit easier in Candlepin. A, because of the pin action you get when you hit it, and B, because sometimes there's wood out there to help. I loved it. I actually laughed with Travis's comment. Correct, Fletch. A 300 has never been thrown. We have our own version of a perfect game that 10-pin bowlers call a clean game. So if you throw a clean game, even that's really, really hard to do. But we call that a perfect game. Just because a 300 is just never going to happen. That's true. If you look at my first video pinned, you'll see me throwing a 300. It's funny, since I pinned it, it has gotten so many more views and so many more comments from people. It's so good. Because it's still getting people. Highest recorded game officially is a 245. Guy on the left throws a hard ball. Yep, just regular bowling shoes. The exact same stuff that 10-pin bowlers use. I don't know, Magic Man's just been sticking for a while, but yeah, Triple H came over for Christmas. We had him at the house. There's 10 pins, just like in 10-pin. Yeah, the pins will still fall down, Maddie, if you throw a slower ball, but you won't get the pin action that you get with a faster ball. It is generally a thing you want to throw a faster ball. But you can throw a slower ball. Is this a Canadian thing? I mean, this is in Canada also. We are here at Riverwalk Lanes in Amesbury, Massachusetts. There's a nice strike. And there is a half Worcester. I don't bowl tonight, no. No, this is the Pro League, and I'm not quite good enough to bowl in this all the time. I'm good enough to sub in this league once in a while if someone's sick or injured, but generally, there's better people than me out there. Yes. I don't want to call anyone out in particular, but you can definitely watch people throw it slower and get less reaction out of it. Strikes are rare. Yep, your average pro bowler is only going to throw about 1 strike per game on average. Just want to say, I think 133 shares is one of the best we've ever had. And you guys are doing fantastic tonight. As like fans, so good. 25,000 likes, 133 shares. I just want to say I appreciate it, you guys. Wow. Leaving the back row, one more fell, luckily. Nothing you can do about that. You hit the pocket and then you leave the back row. But he's got wood. Not able to take out the 10 pin. So this is a league. Yeah, it's a pro travel league. So when we buy balls, we buy them in sets of 4, but they're all the exact same weight in size. So when you go up there, you don't have necessarily a strike ball or a spare ball. You just go up there and you grab whichever one of your balls is up there next. Hey, welcome from the UK. There's a good ball from John Lescarbeau. Mark Webber. Threw it a little harder, maybe it would have gone. There it is. You want to knock down them all, just like in 10 pin. The goal is to knock them down as early as you can. So if you can knock one down your first ball, it's still a strike, just like in 10 pin. Wow, what a shot. What a shot right there. That was an incredible cut. Absolutely is. His big brother Pete is very proud of him. No, you only get 3 tries, Chase. First ball is still a strike, second ball is still a spare, third ball is total pinfall only. Weber. No, you actually get to use your fallen pins to help make your spares and your 10s. Trust me, we could be here all day if we had unlimited tries to try to get that 10. So the replay button, it just takes a couple days until I do all the editing. Then you'll see it. Low-key cheeks? I don't know what that means. I mean, Amesbury is definitely in England also. Remember that time, Lee, when Travis showed up in like the last box of Game 3? I remember that time. We do 3 games tonight. JT taking out the 10 pin hard there. There it goes. Much better ball that time. Making a nice spare. Listen, I only have these little things to remind me of, so I have to like stick with it. Isn't it weird, Mr. Showtime, how they look like candlesticks? Then that's why we call it Candlepin. Strike there for JT, no doubt about that one. Not bowling for Ants, this is bowling for you guys. Candle wicker bowling. Not this again. Not this again. All right, we got Chris Kaz up on the right, Dave Barber up on the left. Dave Barber's in one of my pinned videos also, right here on lane 5, I think. He had all the wood sitting around the 5 pin one time and couldn't make it. It is a lot of fun, it really is. So you have to roll it. You see that second line out there that's right there? That's called the lob line. If your ball doesn't make contact with the lane prior to that, it's a foul ball. Same as if it went in the gutter. No, your arm is really fine most of the time. Sometimes people's elbows hurt, but it's a knee issue that most people have usually. Good strike there. Chris Gaz missing off to the left. Chris Gaz off to the left again, same exact spot. You and Mrs. Magic are going to be best friends by the end of this. Mug Mouse, what's going on? Good seeing you. Mug Mouse was, if I remember right, you trolled for a while at first, but we ended up getting you to enjoy it finally after a little while. That's true. China knows too much about candlepin bowling now. No, it's a completely different pin setter. I don't mind a little bit of trolling. It's when you say things that are just, rude. But I always thought you were fine. A little bit of trolling is always good. Wow, how does that not go? The ball can weigh anywhere from 2 pounds, 4 ounces to 2 pounds, 7 ounces. That's true. Lee is Duke Nukem up there, constantly muting, banning people. Sean Landry, off to the side. Man, I got a couple boxes of the frozen stuff at home if you want to stop by. I thought it should have, but if it's just a little bit off, you're gonna. If the pin isn't up against it when you hit it, it's gonna bounce off a different way. Oh, of course, the Texas toast. Is there any other kind? Park Place Lanes is now a parking lot, unfortunately. Man, I wish they would. It'd make it a lot cheaper. It's actually more like a bocce ball than a shot put ball. But to be fair, I've never actually done shot put, so it could be the same as a shot put. I just don't know that for sure. Everyone has their own sets of balls. Yeah, we have a set of 4 when we buy them. Yeah, there's a couple different brands that carry it, and generally I like the Pepperidge Farm one the best. But also the New York one is fine. I forget what it's called. I think it's just New York's or something like that. But Pepperidge Farm with a little bit of cheese on it. That's some good garlic bread right there. No, so they're just moving the balls from one lane to the other. Every 2 frames, they switch back and forth. Mark Webber's going first again this time. So you actually have to wait for the fallen pins to stop rolling before you throw your ball. It is the same size as a bocce ball. Yeah, technically if a pin is still rolling around, you're supposed to wait. Doesn't mean people always do, but you're supposed to wait. Oh, what a shot. Woo-hoo-hoo. Love that. Why slide before play behind the line? Oh, basically they do that to make sure that the slide conditions are fine. They don't have anything on their shoe. Because it's better to do it when you don't have a ball in your hand than when you do have a ball in your hand. And also sometimes people will forget and leave their shoe cover on their shoe. And then they trip and fall over the line. This is regular bowling around here. Yeah, if your shoe gets wet. All right, CPL 3, 638, Mills 533. Beat him by 100 pins. Ouch. Ouch.
That's about right. Maybe by 102.
True.
What?
638, 533. Yeah, it's 533. That's 100 pins. Crazy. So this is at Riverwalk Lanes in Amesbury, Massachusetts. Yeah, they don't get oiled. No. Candlepin. Who did that? Oh.
So it's possible.
Yeah, yeah. Oh, it's definitely possible. Oh. Oof. Oh, by the way, Jonathan, I did upgrade you, so now you can mute people if you need to also. Don't let the power go to your head, though, okay? They're made out of a hard rubber. A 300 is technically possible, but it has never happened in the history of the game. So yeah, you could throw it, but strikes are so hard and so rare that it's probably never going to happen. It is not a copy of bowling. It's its own sport. Very similar to 10-pin bowling, but it's actually been around since the 1800s. And it's a good time. Highest game ever recorded is a 245. It's happened twice, actually. Why do they throw it so fast? To get more pin action. We don't have... Oh, nice strike. Let's go. We don't have the 16-pound ball to be able to get the pin action, so we use speed on our ball to get the pin action. Howie, this is called Candlepin bowling, and it is the best kind of bowling there is. How many frames? 10 frames. 10 pins. Same exact as 10 pin. If you throw 12 strikes, it's still 300. 245 is crazy. Anything over 200 is insane to me. I don't understand how it happens. I don't know what you mean by a multiplier. It's the exact same as 10 pin, scoring wise, except for the third throw, which is just total pinfall only. Yep, we have special balls. Absolutely. We all have our own sets of 4. There was a question. Is this? Yes. This is Riverwalk Lanes in Amesbury, Massachusetts. Overhand is not allowed. Mostly because you have to get the ball onto the lane prior to that lob line up there. And if you threw it overhand, you would be throwing it basically directly down. You would be denting the lane. So you don't really want to do that. If you strike in 10 pin bowling, the next frame is 10 plus. Yeah, same here. Yep, same here. If you throw a strike, you get 2 extra balls out of your next frame. If you throw a spare, you get 1 extra ball. Same exact as 10 pin. No, there's nothing like this in Kentucky, Lloyd. We are at Riverwalk Lanes in Amesbury, Massachusetts. If you throw it slower, as long as you're accurate, it's still going to fall down. But you're going to get less pin action than you would if you threw a faster ball. No oil patterns because there's no oil. I think you would throw your shoulder out if you threw it overhand, yeah. So yeah, they condition the lanes like every once in a while, but no oil. There's a couple duck pin places in Massachusetts. There's one in like the Chelmsford, Billerica area that I've been to. But Candlepin is king here. This is the normal bowling around here. What's going on, Sam's 3D printing? We got just the Pro League here happening tonight. Got some great bowling going on. Dave Barber finding the hole. Where is around here? I don't know what that means. Yes, people have converted to the 710. It's a lot easier in Candlepin because we get to use the wood sometimes. It's up there. So this is called Candlepin bowling. It is the best kind of bowling there is, and it's a very regional form of bowling found pretty much only in northern New England and Atlantic Canada. So these guys average about a 115 plus. If you want to bowl in the Pro League, that's about what you have to have. It's the 115 plus. How did I end up doing on New Year's Day? Not good, but I didn't get last place. I think I got 10 from the bottom, but that's okay. I had fun. Max did a lot better than me. I think he got somewhere around 20th place. What a shot. Not enough to quit their day jobs, bung mouse. Every single bowler, even like the best Candlepin bowler, does not make enough money to do this only. They all have to have regular jobs. It is a hobby for everybody. What is a perfect game? A 300. If you throw 12 strikes, it's still a perfect game. It's just never happened before. Strikes are very explosive in this game. Yes, they can be. They can also be really slow depending on how you do it. A perfect game has never happened. Nope. 245 is the most that has ever happened. Having your own ball helps, but not nearly as much as it does as a 10-pin. Mostly in Candlepin, your own ball is really going to help with the consistency aspect. Just the house balls are going to be dented. They're going to weigh different weights. Having your own set, it's going to really work with consistency. Why throw so hard? Because that's how you get more pin action. You don't have any Candlepin bowling in Texas. You might have duck pin. That's similar, but one of these days I'm going to hit the lottery. We're gonna make Candlepin king around the country, but for now, no. Looney Tunes. Miss you, buddy. Used to see you all the time here. I did have a good holiday season. Christmas was great. We had it at my house. I hosted everybody, did all the cooking, did breakfast, dinner. We had snacks for lunch. Family all got together. It was a great day. New Year's was fine. Kind of stayed home, watched some Twilight Zone. Can I do an up close of a ball? Sure. Give me a second. Let me go grab another house ball. It is just a house ball, so it's not going to be a fancy one, but I'll wait till these guys are done bowling and then I'll show you. Good. Can't wait to have you back all the time. I totally understand. Life happens to all of us. Believe me. Mark Webber using the wood, but didn't go like he wanted it to. Yep, in this place it's tallied by hand. Yeah, we still have a pencil and paper here. Yeah, so this is what the ball looks like up close. You can see it just fits right in the palm of your hand. Don't mind the scars and everything all over my hands, but that's how you hold it, just like that. Yeah, you have to throw it hard, John. Oh, that's what I want to hear, Richie Rich. I'll be down there. I'll help manage it for you anytime. So Candlepin bowling started in the 1800s. It was invented in Worcester in the 1880s. Riverwalk Lanes was built in the 1940s. This is called Candlepin bowling, not duckpin. Yes, you got to hit the head pin. Anytime you see me bowling, that's all I tell myself over and over again. Hit the head pin, hit the head pin. Yep, a 5-pin ball and a Candlepin ball, I'm told, are pretty much the exact same. I've never actually bowled 5-pin, but... the main reason why you want to do that, Brian, is muscle memory. If you normally throw the ball 35 miles an hour, and then you wanted to slow it down to 14 miles an hour, your arm's going to be in a completely different spot. So generally, it's just muscle memory. You do take a little bit off it to make your spares, but you might change it from a 35 to like a 30. No, Max doesn't bowl in the Pro League. Not yet, at least. Someday. Now, Lawless taking out just the 2-pin there. Okay. He hasn't had the opportunity yet to move up and do it, so someday he will. I wish there wasn't one in Delaware too. I do.
With the rack right here, bud.
Doing my best to get it out there so more people know what this game is. Perfect score is still at 300. No oil on the lanes. So Max is my son, and he averages, I believe it's a 111 right now. Yep, there's definitely arrows on the lanes, a little past the lob line. Being a lefty isn't as advantageous as it is in 10-pin. So it's not like a huge advantage to be a lefty. Rotator cuff is not generally an issue. Like I've said before, knees are an issue, elbows can be an issue. There it is. There's a strike. Well, you have to come up to northern New England and give it a try. Always wait till springtime, summertime, when it's really nice around here. You don't want to be up here in the cold and wet. Have it snow happen? No. Well, that's why if you look at like JT, he's a right-handed bowler who throws it on the left-handed side. He definitely comes in with a left to right angle, but it's still with a right hand. Candlepin, not candlestick, but yeah, it's pretty much only in northern New England and Atlantic Canada.
Get over there!
Surrette has the same kind of ball where it goes left to right.
Stand right on it now.
Well, there's a few people here all doing that also, John.
On, that's it.
There it is, getting the 10 out of it. Why this over 10-pin bowling? So Candlepin bowling in this area is the #1 form of bowling. It is much more fun than 10-pin, and it's always been bigger here than 10-pin. Oh, hammered by snow. Oh, okay. Whew. That's a big difference. gonna say they're buying them by the buckets here. I mean, this is a family-friendly thing, Lloyd, so I would never condone that. But people definitely drink plenty of lemonade while they're bowling. Many people drink a lot of lemonades. These lanes are 80 plus years old, so yes, they are well used. I have no idea if he would be good at this sport or not. Probably. There's different ball weights, but they don't vary as much as they do in like they do in 10-pin. Like, the difference between the lightest and the heaviest is 2 pounds 4 ounces and 2 pounds 7 ounces. So there isn't much of a difference, but when you feel the difference, they feel very, very different. Yep, you get 3 throws. What a shot! First ball is still a strike, second ball is still a spare, just like in 10-pin. Your third ball is just total pinfall only. Andrew Meyer, this is called Candlepin bowling, and it is the best kind of bowling there is. Why do I prefer Candlepin over 10-pin? There's actually a bunch of great answers to this. It's a much faster paced game. There's not a lot of waiting around. You get to throw the ball as hard as you want, so you throw the ball 35 miles an hour, get that aggression out. Every spare in 10 is different because of the wood. In 10-pin, when you know, there's only a few different spares out there, so, but when you have wood to mix it up, it's a lot different. So that's why I like it. Why isn't this more popular? A lot of gatekeeping back in the 70s and 80s when it was really growing at a fast pace, and New Englanders don't like to share what they enjoy, and nowadays there's nobody who makes pin setters anymore. Generally, you just want to throw a straight ball. Occasionally bacon grease we put down. Yeah. Difference between Candlepin and duckpin. Duckpin pins look more like 10 pins, but really short. Candlepins are tall and skinny. Exeter bowling lanes, that is correct. Yep, the purple team is the Exeter Pro team. Rob Fakara, the owner over there, great job. Candlestick pins. It's not that they're testing on how slippery it is. They want to make sure they didn't step in anything and that their shoes aren't wet or they left their shoe covers on or anything like that. Right? Isn't it good to have Looney Tunes back? Yeah, oh, that's true. Duckpin also sweeps all the dead wood off, and we get to use the wood to make our spares and our tens. Yeah, they spared no expense, so the support beams are Candlepins. Oh, he did not miss that by much. Oh. I think the holidays bring everybody back out, and the 157 chairs also helps. Just absolutely incredible, the 157. I never see that kind of number. We are going into our final 2 frames for both teams for the night. Exeter has taken both games 1 and games 2. And I will give you an updated score as soon as I can. Oh, yep, see, I was just saying that. So there's no electronic scoring, so I have to kind of look over their shoulders to try to figure out the scores. You cannot throw overhand. You got to throw it underhand. Oh, close game. 8-pin difference right now. Exeter has an 8-pin lead. I'll stick around. You guys really want to watch me bowl tonight? No. You can throw it between your legs, absolutely. Special lanes in pin setters just for Candlepin. In this area, Candlepin is the most common form of bowling, so Most lanes in this area are just Candlepin lanes. You can't use 10-pin lanes and 10-pin balls and stuff here. Grey Wolf, this is called Candlepin bowling. It is the best kind of bowling there is. You're right, this bowling is better. I couldn't agree more with you, Owen. Thank you. I have not been to the National Bowling Stadium. I don't even know where that is. Nope, this is Riverwalk Lanes in Amesbury, Massachusetts. Yeah, I know, Lloyd. I'm doing my best to start getting it out there a little more to more people. That is much easier to maintain. And the machines in the back are actually very, very simple and a lot easier to fix than a 10-pin machine. So as an owner, I would see more people wanting to do Candlepin. No, there's nothing like this in Reno. There's duckpin over there. Oh! You recognize this type of bowling? Good. That's what I want to hear. Yep, it's a very regional form of bowling, so outside of northern New England, you might not have ever seen this. Very cold up here. I think the high tomorrow is supposed to be like 30 degrees, 28 degrees. Way too cold for me. But I was still out there playing cornhole outside in the yard today. There's one in Ohio. Oh, big split there for Weber, filling in his... Yeah, my friend lives in Colorado. She was telling me that it was 60 today there. Nessie, good having you. Yeah, make sure you give me that follow. I appreciate that. I'll be back live again at least on Tuesday, maybe Sunday too, but definitely Tuesday. Yeah, my friend lives in Colorado Springs now, so she keeps trying to talk me into moving out there. Correct. All bowling is not as popular as it used to be, and many bowling alleys are closing. You're in Dorchester? I mean, Central Park Lanes is always the one that I would suggest to go to if you're down in that area. Very old school, same feeling as Riverwalk has. Difference other than the ball than 10-pin. No oil on the lanes. You get to use the wood to make your spares and your 10s, and you get 3 throws instead of just 2. No, this is not duckpin bowling. This is called Candlepin bowling. It is the best kind of bowling. Tie all over the head pin. Big, ew, awful leave up there. Matt Lawless hitting the head pin. Still falling for him though. All he's got to do is hit the half Worcester. Oh, taking out the back pin only. Southwest Bowl. I don't even think I've heard of that one.
Come on, Jeff.
Correct. Strictly Candlepin. Most lanes in this area are going to be strictly Candlepin lanes.
What a ball, Jeff. Get it, bud.
Southie Bowl, yes. Okay. Yeah, I guess I've never bowled there, so I kind of don't think about it. Yep, there's arrows up there, a little past the lob line. You can see them. Oh. Where did you go up in New Hampshire? Leda Lanes? Portsmouth? We're almost finished, Slow. Almost finished. They're in their last 2 frames right now. What is the highest score tonight? I saw a 130, but I can't see right now. America did get robbed of the better bowling. Yep, the 10-pin companies pushed it a little too much. It all depends on the alley. Sorry about that. Like this one only has 8, but Academy Lanes that I also bowl at a lot has 44. So it can be vastly different. There's still 10 frames. Yep, 12. 12 strikes is still 300. I don't remember what bowling alley's in Warner. 3 throws per frame. Yep. I can do that after everyone's done. I'll show you a full view of the house. And we're coming up on the end. So if you just want to stick around to the end, I'll show you what everything looks like around here. So we buy balls in sets of 4 with spare. And you can buy a set of 4. It can vary from $200 to $400 depending on the kind you want, the color, the weight, all that kind of stuff. Oh, okay. Yeah, that's sad. I don't know the closest to you, but there's plenty up in Canada that I don't know. I don't know Canada all that well. Look at that, a moderator who hasn't been here in forever shows up. Welcome back, Josh. Kareem, I am sorry, I cannot read that. No, we actually have gigantic hands, and those are regular balls. No. No, thank you. Yeah, no, we're at Riverwalk Lanes in Amesbury, Massachusetts. All right, final 2 bowlers of the night coming up. Huge hands, huge. We're actually giants bowling on a regular lane. No, there's not a working foul line here. Basically, you would just call it on yourself if you went over the foot foul line. Or your teammates would call you out. There's a great shot. Pin came forward all the way out. No oil on the lanes, nope. Just straight wooden lanes. Yeah, it came up in English right afterward, but we don't need other people's lessons going on. What's going on, Mumbo Jumbo? How are you tonight? Happy to do it, believe me, because you got to remember, like, it's always someone's first time watching, and the more you guys ask questions, the more things I have to talk about. Think we should make a song, the 12 Days of Candlepin? Well, it's certainly a lot more expensive than 25 cents now. Unfortunately, unless you live in northern New England, you're not going to find this anywhere else. Outside of northern New England, there's 2 in the United States. There's one in New York State and one in Ohio, and that's it. They are all done. Okay, you guys want to look at what Riverwalk Lanes looks like? Here you go. Okay, they're all saying their goodbyes. So, if you get motion sickness, I'm sorry, but so these are all the different guys. So if you see there's all the different kinds of pins. There's 10 pins, duck pins. There's a Boston pin over there. That's that brown one. bunch of Candlepins. Some different people watching the game tonight. A little Christmas tree, stickers. Here's the front desk, Riverwalk Lanes. We got a Candlepin lamp. Mark's not here tonight. Mark bowls out for Riverwalk, so he's somewhere else. If you want a bottle opener, right there, boom. Here's the pricing. There you go. We got some records way up there. You want to buy some for sale? Right over through that door is the Lafayette Club. It is the cheapest drinks you'll ever find. There's one in Ohio, but it's at the Wyoming Civic Center. You have to rent out the entire place.
Tony, we won.
Hey, look at that. So I get a percentage of that, right? Anyway, guys, so that's it. That's everything. Thank you all for showing up tonight, and really appreciate it. All the shares, all the likes, all the donations you guys sent, all the follows. So if you guys like this, give me a follow. It is a small 8-lane house. Yep. And I will be back live on Tuesday night for sure. Maybe Sunday. We'll see. But definitely Tuesday night for my league. And until then, I will talk to you all later. Good seeing you all. Ken showing up at the last second. Anyway, have a good night.